Hi guys, it's Cindy, the Resale Remedy. I thought I'd take you on a little adventure with me this morning and just show you a few things of what I do in the morning. I just dropped my daughter off at school. It's Friday and I'm getting ready to feed. I'm on the golf cart, and yes, that is a spider behind my head from Halloween. And anyway, I'm about to feed, and I thought I'd just add a couple of clips in here of me feeding. You might hear tractors going. They're about to, let me swing you around a little bit. They are about to start mowing down the field across from me and get ready to plant. It's going to be probably peanuts this year because last year they did cotton. And they usually rotate, and it was cotton last year, and this year I believe it's going to be peanuts, so we will see. But they're getting ready to plow down and get the planting done. They've been working on it and getting everything ready. Last night we sat on the porch and watched them, and it's always fascinating when they get ready to plant, and it's fun watching it grow. But all right guys, I'm going to get driving here, and my next stop is going to be my horse, and see you in a bit. Okay guys, this is Sparks, and we've had Sparks about 2 years now, and we got her, she was 3 years old, so that make her about 5 now. She's a racehorse, a former racehorse. She had a little problem with lung capacity, and my brother raced horses, so he decided that I needed to have her. She's really sweet. She's eating her breakfast right now. She's really, really, really sweet, and she's very big. She's very tall. So after my accident, I couldn't ride her any longer. She's actually not a riding racehorse. She's a harness racehorse. If anybody knows what that is, it's where the sulky, the jog carts are in the back of the horse, and the rider rides on that. But she's a really good horse. I went ahead and fed her. I had to move her bucket because of the rain we had last night. It caused a serious hole underneath her bucket feeding tub, so I had to move her. But that's Sparks, guys, and you could probably hear the goats in the background. And I'm on my way now over there to feed them. See you in a bit. Okay, guys. These are my goats. You can tell who the boss is here. The little brown one you see right there, that one is Dean, and he's a sweetie pie. He is a real sweetie pie. This one right here, this is Bobby, and you can hear Bobby. Bobby has horns. Bobby is the ruler of the pen. And you can tell, he didn't want Dean looking at me. Hi, Bobby. He didn't want Dean near me, so he come over and run him away. But Bobby he goes through his stages, and he butted me one time on actually my bad leg where I had to fall and pushed me against the fence. And you cannot go in the pen with a bucket of food when you got to get him fed first. Oh, he did not want Dean talking to me. Say, hi, Bobby. Hi, Bobby. Hi, baby. But he did not want me going into pen with that bucket of food because he thought Dean was going to get it. So he decided to knock me down and go ahead and take it. I have several dishes around the pen, and they have a really good sized pen, guys. If you can see it, it's really big pen. And they don't even use all of it, but they have these spools right here that they stand on, and they love to rub themselves against branches. Then they have the little goat castle that we haven't finished painting yet, and there's another spool on the other side. And you can see Sparks's pen, guys. See Sparks's pen? She's got over an acre on her pen. But anyway, that's Dean. Hi, Dean. And that's Bobby over there. All right, guys, you can hear the chickens in the background. They're next. Okay, guys, we're at the chickens, and we had a heavy rain last night, so I need to really get in there and do some work on the floor. It really pounded the chicken coop. We're fixing to build a brand new coop, and we have the wood and everything. You might see it in the distance there. This pen right here is going to be dedicated to the rabbits, and I have one little a banny hen, and she's going to be living here with the rabbits. And that is the chickens. You can see the babies are growing up. There are some hens in there with them that survived the massacre that we had, but they're doing good. We do have a rooster over there. There was 2 roosters, but apparently they've been battling it out to see who's going to win the coop, and the other rooster is in the barn area with Sparks right now. So at this point in time, he has lost, but he'll sneak back over here this afternoon and see the hens. But all right, guys, that's the chickens, and my next stop is actually going to be the bunnies and feed them. Oh, let me show you this first, guys, before we head to the bunnies. Those 2 round things you see in the yard are my tortoise enclosures. We have Tiny and Timmy, and they're in their closures. They can't be together. They do fight, and it's amazing watching tortoises fight. Now, these 2 guys that live in those enclosures, I'll get you a close, see if they're out. They may not be out this early in the morning. They're usually out in the afternoon. But they are, if you were watching me on Wade Venture's show, they are, the Squirtle is a little, and these guys are bigger right now. So I will show you up close and see if they're out in just a few minutes. Be back. Okay, guys, these are the bunnies. These are, oh, and you can see my banny hen. She's out, and we keep her away from the other chickens because she's so small. They try to kill her, and she's really, really friendly. If you ever wanted a pet chicken, get one of these guys. I call her Itty Bitty, and she's raised quite a few abandoned fertile eggs for the other chickens, the ones that passed away. She raised a few of those, and we call them her peeps whenever she raises one. She's actually sitting on an egg right now. She's trying to raise a new peep, and her other peep we just transferred into the big pen. But this is the bunnies, and they're big bunnies. They're a mixed breed of bunny, and they're quite large. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see the little dog dish that I feed them in, but they are big. They're really big bunnies. And this pen is being demolished. We're clearing up this whole pen, so these guys will have a brand new house in the chicken coop, so they can't dig. I don't know if you can tell, but look at the holes. These guys dig. They dig. There's one major one over there by the shed. But all this is going to be moved and tore down. And this is a summer project my husband and I have. And actually the new pool is going up here. So it's got to be flattened out and paved. Well, not paved, but he says he's got to get some stones. But anyway, those are the bunnies. All right, guys, now onward to the tortoises and see if they're out. Okay, guys, the tortoises are not out, and I don't know. Let me see if I can get in here and get you a shot of Timmy. The rain just wreaked havoc in here last night. Crazy the rain we had. Alrighty, we're going closer. And can you see Timmy back there? That's Timmy. And he's pretty good size. He's about the size of a tire, a big tire, and he's pretty tall. This afternoon I'll see if I can get a better shot of him and put it on the next video. But we have fruit trees in each of the tortoises' pens. This is an apple. And over in Tiny's pen over here, let me get a little closer. You can see Tiny in there. Tiny needs a new house. Tiny's house got destroyed this winter, and we've been putting stuff together, but she's getting a new house. And Tiny has what is hers? I can't remember what Tiny's tree is. But anyway, that one does produce fruit, but I can't remember what her tree is. Okay, old age. Okay, guys, see you in just a bit. Okay, guys, we're at the cockatiels. And yes, my cockatiels are outside. They have lived their whole entire life outside. Now, during the winter months, we do take them inside, and they don't like it. I have to say they don't like it. These are birds left over in my pet shop days. You can hear him talking. That's my talker there. Isn't he sweet? I love my cockatiels. These guys are from the same clutch. I hand raised them, and they I haven't played with them a while, so they have reverted back into biting and everything. But they're 10 and 11 years old, and they have lived their whole entire life outside. Yes, it can be done. Things you have to worry about with birds, guys, living outside is wind. They can't handle the wind. And you have to watch the temperatures dropping below a certain degrees. And the same with any of my animals. When it drops below, everybody gets extra bedding, closed-in quarters, and either moved or transferred into a safe house. In my shed, you might see the shed on the other side. It's my safe house. But these, aren't they sweet? He never lets the other guys get a word in edgewise either. But these are my cockatiels, guys. Let me give them some seed, and I'll be right back with you. All right, this is our garden. My husband has been working on this, and I've helped some. That is our trellis garden going up. We have recycled wood, and he has already pressure washed it and is getting ready for new paint. And it is going to be growing vegetables up and down it to feed the animals around here. And that's my neighbors. They're real good people. But this is the garden. We have tomatoes. We have a lot of different stuff. We have an automatic sprinkler system set up. And that is the garden. All right. And that's our old hot tub back there. If anybody wants that, contact me. It is just the shell of the old hot tub. That's our Corvette back there behind the shed. And 1985 Corvette. And I want to put it, my husband can't seem to let go, but it needs to be gone. All right, guys, see you in just a bit. Hi, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry that the camera was held skinny ways. Next time I'll do it the way it's supposed to be held. So sorry about that, but I hope you enjoyed seeing my animals. Yes, I showed glimpses of my house and everything like that. It needs a lot of work. We're in the process of ripping all the siding off and re-siding the house, and it's a major job. And as you can see, taking care of all these animals and their habitats is a lot of work as well. We have a ton of projects going on here at my little farm, and it's a lot of fun. It makes us smile, and everybody seems to be happy, they're healthy, everybody's doing well. So, but we do have a lot of projects. Just keeping everybody with fresh water and food, and it's just a lot of work. But anyway, guys, I'm joined today by two guests, Mickey and Minnie. Mickey seems to have taken over my cap. He looks very dapper in it, doesn't he? Yes. But my husband bought these for me. He told me to sell them and at the Kmart closeout, and I couldn't do it. I have a soft spot for Mickey and Minnie, and they look really cute, don't you think? But anyway, okay, guys, on with the show. And I want to talk about listings. With the upcoming changes coming to eBay really soon, I apologize for the glare in my glasses, guys. I got some new glasses, and they seem to be glaring really bad. But with the upcoming changes with eBay really soon, what we want to focus on is if some of the sellers, now this is my opinion, okay? I always tell you this is my opinion. I'm not a professional. I work it every day, just like you and everybody else out there, and I'm trying to learn the ropes. But as far as my opinion goes, I think with the upcoming changes that are about to happen, which is the, if you want to keep your top rated seller status, you're going to have to offer free returns. Now, even now, without the changes, I believe what I'm about to tell you should be in play, in full play at this particular moment. And what I'm talking about is your listings. I was going to show you a few listings, but I didn't want to accidentally maybe show somebody's store name and, bash them or anything like that. But I was going through some listings of other people's items and how they got it worded and everything. And I looked and I'm like, don't do this, guys. Please don't do this. With the upcoming changes, especially, you're going to want to, in those listings that you have, put as much detail as you possibly can. Now, don't put so much detail that you actually bore the customer and they say, all right, I'm out of here. And I'm talking about just, okay, take something simple. Okay, here, like take a shirt. And you can see all the clothes I got to list. Okay, this is a little cheap shirt. This is no name brand or anything like that. But just take this shirt, for example. Isn't this cute? This is a really cute shirt. And it is made by somebody named, a company, Crystal Kobe or Kobe. Anyway, it's 100% cotton. And I've noticed, guys, the 100% cotton sells really good. I don't know what it is, but people love 100% cotton. But take a shirt like this, and it's just a regular shirt and everything. The people that I've been looking at that I'm going to, say they're not doing it wrong, is just that, if I was looking at their listing, I would say, okay, and then what else? They would put they'd put the name of the shirt on the title, and they might even include 100% cotton on the title. I don't do that on my title listings. I wait and put it in the description. And they would do that. They put the in the size and all that, and possibly the color. And then you would see their photos. And then once you get down to the description, it says nice shirt. That's it. Nice shirt. Okay. And there's no measurements. There's no pictures of measurements. There's no description on, what the material may be if they didn't put it in their title of the listing. There's no listing of what possible defects may be on the item, like fabric piling or pulling. I don't know what you say, piling or pulling. I forget. I think it's piling. There's no normal wash and wear, that kind of thing. Nothing. It just says nice shirt. Now, I've not come across this one time. I've come across this a lot. And then there's just nothing. It's just like a void, okay? With the upcoming changes, guys, and if you are a top-rated seller, especially, and you are going to try the free returns, and even now, like I said, you're going to want to make sure you got as much about that particular item in the details as you can without boring the customer. If you'll go on places like Amazon and other sites like Etsy and things like this, and you look at other people's descriptions of their items, you're going to see it's going to give you the basics, the material, the size, the width, the shipping size or variations or whatever they do. Now, we do the shipping and everything. We see that. But you want to make sure that listing has a little bit more detail in it than just nice shirt or nice blouse or a good pair of pants. Color looks great. I have seen it all by skimming other people's ads, either looking for comps or just looking for ideas on how other people do it. That's what you do when you're learning. You go and you kind of spy on everybody else to see how they're doing, and then you modify to things that would suit you. Now, in my listings, guys, I kind of copy paste my title, and I may not be doing it the right way either. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying let's add a little bit more oomph to our details. So I would copy and paste the title that I have in the thing. Maybe not all of it, not size or anything, because I'm going to put that down below. And then I'm going to have a note there. I have a note on mine that says, please compare to a shirt or blouse that you already have for proper measurements. Now, I just started doing that, because of making sure that people realize, and I'll explain later, I had a customer return an item, and I want to make sure they know the measurements. And I do that. I put an asterisk beside it and put seller note, please compare measurements to a previous shirt or blouse. You may already know to make sure measurements are right. Then I do the size, the material, the color, and then the measurements, which shirts, the shirts, guys. Let's do the shirt. The shirts are going to be, I do shoulder to shoulder, armpit to armpit. I describe the sleeve. This is going to be a little cap or a cup sleeve. I guess it's a little cap. I don't know. Anyway, I describe the sleeve, and if necessary, I'll measure the sleeve and put it right next to whatever style sleeve that is, and then I do total length. Now, some folks do total length from here to the hem. I do shoulder down the whole side to the end. Now, that's how I do total length. Other folks do total length a different way, but that's how I do total length. And I put that in my description. And then on the bottom of my description, I do say that I ship fast, same day, excluding Sunday. I don't have email delivery on Sunday, and I don't know anybody that does. But anyway, I do that excluding Sunday. Now, that's my typical listing for the nice shirt. And that's what I do. Now, don't do it the way I do it. Take what I'm saying and fit it the way you think would work in your list. I'm just saying, guys, just kind of add a little bit more and make sure you cover your butt. Now, by covering your butt, this is what I mean. I sold an item. This was last year, actually. That's when I started vamping up my details. Sold an item last year, and this was a Polo Association pullover sweatshirt. Now, we all know that Polo ASSN is not, a Ralph Lauren product. This is something I found, my husband found on clearance, called me up and asked me, this wonderful polo is it selling or not? And so I'm like, oh, wow, it's a polo and you can get it that cheap? Get it. And so then I started looking up and I says, tell me exactly what it says on the tag. And so he told me it was Polo ASSN or ASN. I think it's ASSN. Anyway, he told me, I said, oh, okay, that's not selling as much as an actual brand new polo. I said, that's not a Ralph Lauren product, but they are selling. So I looked up when I got the shirts. He purchased 3 or 4 of them for me. When I got the shirt and I was posting it online, I looked at how the other people had posted their Polo ASSNs, and pretty much all they did was say, what it was and description and everything else. I didn't say on there that this was not associated with a Ralph Lauren product. I didn't do that. But I wasn't listing material or anything like that in my listing at the time. I got a note from the customer saying he would like to return it. This was not a genuine Ralph Lauren product, and I was trying to pull something over on him, and he's allergic to anything that's not 100% cotton. And I'm like, whoa, I get that little shimmy, and I think, what did I just do? What did I do wrong? And I really didn't do anything wrong. The only thing is that this customer did not know the difference between the Polo ASSN, because they have the little emblem too on. I wish I still had it. I'd show you. But they have the little emblem on it as well. But I wasn't trying to pull anything over on the customer. I was just listing it the way other people had listed their Polo ASSN products. So when I did get it back from the customer, I refunded his money. And when I did get it back from the customer, I did relist it, and I did put a note in there, not associated with the Ralph Lauren. This is not associated with Ralph Lauren products. I put in the material it was made out of, which was a poly blend, a cotton poly blend, and I believe, yeah, there was cotton poly blend, and I listed measurements and everything like that, and I made sure color was even listed in there. I made sure I didn't overpower. I just made sure. Sure enough, somebody bought that within a week after I'd relisted it, and they understood So we're good to go. But I'm just saying, guys, this is just me letting you know, pay attention to those details you put in there. Make sure you put, if you're doing clothing, put your measurements. If you're doing something like, let me find something here. Oh, okay. A little Beanie Baby bear. Um, if you're doing this right here, and I know they don't sell this, I think I got this listed for like $5 or something. But anyway, I've got so many of these from the Beanie Baby area. So this is this little Beanie Baby guy. What you want to do is make sure that you take a picture of him and then you do his measurements. Now, everybody might know how big the Beanie Baby is, but some people might not. Some people, if you're just looking at this guy like this and he's sitting on your white background, you might think he's a big old bear. He's not a big old bear. So make sure on things like this, you actually maybe put the ruler in the picture on this little guy, but also put those measurements in your detailed description as well. And that way your customers do know, and they have noticed that they're going to get a little bear in the mail. They're not going to get this big old bear, a big bear, but they're not going to get a big bear. But I don't know if that helps you or not, but that's what I've kind of wanted to talk about is listings, because I've seen it once, I've seen it twice, I've seen it 10 times. Nice shirt. Oh, wow. I got I like that name. That's what, okay, say I'm a buyer. I like that name. I want to know about this shirt. So I'm going down, looking at the photos, and then I get to details, and it says nice shirt. Guys, that is a total turn off. I know listing takes time. I know it's your valuable time. But when you're starting out or you're doing this business, sometimes you can't count your minutes. You got to take time, make a proper listing, and I guarantee you the benefits will pay off for you. They really will pay off for you. Just ask Mickey and Minnie. They took time, they made good cartoons, and look at them now. Superstars. Yeah. Okay, guys. But that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today, and is doing your listings, and I wanted to bring you those little clips of my my little farm I have out here, and my whole and people ask me, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this, people ask me all the time, why do you need so many animals? And it's not the fact that I need all these animals, it's just my husband and I enjoy animals. We do enjoy animals, and we love it when the kids come and they play with all these different animals. A lot of my kids' friends live in the city. They just can't believe some of this. They get to touch this, or they get to pet this, or they're holding a chicken. I got so many pictures of kids holding chickens, holding baby goats, holding baby rabbits, everything. They just have a blast when they come up here and they get to be around us. And we'd love to open a petting farm at one time. I remember a friend of ours called us from Savannah, and he had some kids that were in college, and he does a lot of theater and things like that. He's into all that. But some kids that he was associated with in college, a whole group of them were making a film, and for their project for their college and college film class. So they were making a film, and they needed white chickens. And so my friend Trey calls me, and he says, can I bring the kids up there early one morning, and we film when the light is good and everything, and we can film so these kids can get their project? And he said, we'll bring our own props and everything. And I said, sure, that's fine. I can't guarantee you my chickens are going to cooperate, but you're welcome to bring them up here. Those kids, I mean, these are 20-somethings, 19 to 20-somethings, came up here. Sweetest bunch of group. There must have been 10 of them, and they had the best time. I remember one of the little girls was petting Sparks, my horse, and feeding her apples, and she just thought that was just, they were snapping pictures. They just couldn't believe it. And that just thrills me to death, guys, when people like that come up and visit. And so one day when my husband and I have the funds, we hope to improve everything we got. We want a bird sanctuary out in the backyard, and we're able to do all this. So yes, that's why we have all these animals, and we know we don't need them, but we have them because it makes us happy. And sometimes it makes other people happy as well. But the kids did get their film made. They did get a good grade on it, and it was off of a poem. And I don't remember the poem at this time, but I do remember it was like a chicken in a red barrel type poem. I don't know what poem. If you know the name of that poem, put it down below, or I'll just ask Trick about it. But anyway, they had a good time. All right, this has been a long video, and I do apologize, but I wanted to add those scenes from my farm early this morning. That was early, guys. It's about lunchtime now, and I'm about to starve. So I've got some listing to do. It's Friday, and I want to get some listings up, and I was hoping to make it to 500. I'm still not there yet, and I'm going to work on that today. So take care. Be safe over the weekend. Have fun, and I will see you next week. This is Cindy with the Resale Remedy. Oh, and Mickey and Minnie too. Saying bye-bye.